What if I told you the Crawleys are coming back, but not everyone might make it to the end? The world of Downton Abbey is reopening its grand doors, but this time, it's not just tea and titles on the line. We're talking financial ruin, emotional farewells, and maybe even the end of the Abbey itself. Buckle up, because Downton Abbey 3 is officially happening, and it might just be the most dramatic chapter yet. Will you be staying in your old room, or should we get the guest suite ready? I'll take my old room, thanks. That one simple exchange sets the tone for what might be the final act in a saga that's captured our hearts for over a decade. Hugh Bonneville, our beloved Lord Grantham, has hinted that the story might have run its course. After 12 years of navigating elite scandals, devastating losses, wars, and fox hunts, even he seems ready to close the book. But before we do, there's still one more story to tell. Could Downton Abbey 3 be the chapter where history itself barges in uninvited? Think about it. The 1929 Wall Street crash is right around the corner. That's not just background noise. That's a plot twist with teeth. It's the kind of real-world chaos that doesn't just threaten wealth, it redefines what it means to survive. Bonneville floated a major idea. What if Lord Grantham dies? That would be a seismic shock. We're still recovering from Sybil's heartbreaking end and Matthew's tragic fate. Losing Robert would be catastrophic. But how would it happen? A quiet passing in his sleep? A scandalous heart attack mid-toast? Or something bizarre, like slipping on a corgi? Theories are endless, and fans are already bracing themselves. Still, there's another argument, that history provides all the drama needed. The Crawleys have danced around financial disasters before, but the Great Depression isn't a dance. It's a reckoning. What happens when the money is truly gone? Does Mary rise as a cunning businesswoman? Does Edith, now wealthy in her own right, swoop in with an offer of help, dripping with smug satisfaction? And downstairs? Carson versus electricity has already been a war. But what happens when service jobs start vanishing completely? Do Anna and Bates start questioning their future? Does Daisy finally leave the kitchen to chase her dreams? And Thomas Barrow? Will the ever-conflicted but resilient butler find love and purpose in a changing world? A new era gave us sparkle, stardom, and sunsets, but this next film? It might be shadows, struggle, and survival. And that's what could make it the most powerful one yet. Maybe Robert doesn't die. Maybe Downton Abbey itself does. Imagine the Crawleys forced to close the estate forever. One last stroll through the halls. One final, teary-eyed goodbye. Now that would be a send-off. Or maybe, just maybe, we throw in another wedding, a surprise cousin, and another scandal or two. Because let's face it, whatever the plot, we'll be watching. But what if Downton Abbey 3 leaned into the storm? What if instead of resisting the tide, the Crawleys embraced the future? Mary could transform the estate into a luxury hotel, fighting tooth and nail to preserve the legacy in a new form. Tom Branson might revolutionize farming, rocking the aristocracy to its core. Even Carson could be forced to accept, gasp, modern technology. Downstairs, Anna and Bates may finally face the question of what now. Daisy could prove that ambition knows no class, and Thomas Barrow, ever the outsider, could finally find a world where he belongs. There's no shortage of heartache, growth, or fancy soirees. Downton Abbey has always been about the people. Whether upstairs or below stairs, we've cried with them, cheered for them, and yes, judged them over dinner. So here it is. The gates of Downton Abbey are swinging open once more. And yes, it's official. The third movie is in production. The announcement came straight from the Downton Abbey Twitter page with a behind-the-scenes look at the first table read. And there they were, Hugh Bonneville, Michelle Dockery, and the rest of the core cast, reunited and ready to stir up more aristocratic chaos. Michelle Dockery herself confirmed it. They're back. The post from Focus Features and Carnival Films sealed the deal. Downton Abbey 3 is officially underway. Simon Curtis, who helmed A New Era, returns as director. Considering the film earned an 86% critic score and 97% audience rating on Rotten Tomatoes, he's clearly doing something right. Expect more of what we love: sumptuous costumes, delicate tension, and perfectly timed eyebrow raises. Newcomers like Jolie Richardson, Alessandro Nivola, Simon Russell Beale, and Artie Fruition are joining the cast. Who they'll play remains a delicious mystery. Nobles, rogues, cousins no one asked for? Only time will tell. And yes, Lady Maud Bagshaw is back too. Imelda Staunton herself broke the news on BBC Radio 2, confirming that this will be the final chapter. Filming kicks off in May and wraps by July, meaning fans won't be waiting long before heading back to Yorkshire. Returning cast includes Elizabeth McGovern, Laura Carmichael, Jim Carter, Phyllis Logan, Robert James Collier, Joanne Froggatt, Alan Leach, and Penelope Wilton. Even Paul Giamatti is back as Harold Levinson, Cora's American brother. If they're still alive in the story, they're probably back. As for the plot, still under wraps. But with Violet Crawley gone, the family must move forward without their formidable matriarch. Expect farewells, secrets, high society drama, and yes, a few well-placed scandals. Could Maggie Smith make a surprise return? Doubtful, but we can dream. So, is this the final farewell? Probably, maybe. Who knows? There were rumors of a 7th TV season, but this film might truly be the grand finale. Then again, if Downton Abbey has taught us anything, it's that no door ever truly closes. It just leads to another dramatic corridor. One thing is certain. Whether it ends in tragedy, triumph, or one final clinking of teacups, Downton Abbey 3 is a must-watch. So fluff your cushions, polish the silver, and prepare your best Dowager Countess side-eye. The Abbey awaits.